Welcome into another edition of LMG Customer Spotlight, and I'm glad to be here with my good friend Bobby Walton, who is the owner and entrepreneur of C&T Electric, along with his beautiful wife, Bree. Bobby, thank you for being here with us.
Yes, sir.
Before we get started, you know, it's a husband and wife combo deal here. I'm sure that brings a lot of intriguing things. We can all go in our mind and say, wow, how would I work with my wife? But it has seemed to really work for y'all. Give me a little background on where y'all are from and how you ended up in the Lake Martin area.
Well, Bree is actually from Georgia, and I'm from Kellyton. And she came over here, I think she was 12, 13 years old. And I actually, first time I ever seen her was at church. And then from there, I messed around and laid out of school one day. I went to school, got in trouble. Rode the same bus from Goodwater back to Kellyton, and I just hung out at the school all day. And I went to all the classes with her, and that's where we met, and we started talking and dating, and it went from there. So we've been together since she was 13, now I was 15.
That long?
Yeah,
well,
that long. Right?
That is a great thing. Hey, Lake Martin area, how'd y'all end up here?
Well, like I said, I'm from Elliott City. I was born right here at Russell Hospital, so I've been here all my life.
Yeah,
and
it just happened to be that she decided that this would work out for her. Yep. Here in Newside, at least.
Yes.
And
yes. Well, you know, like I said, we started dating and proposed and got married, and we just stayed here.
You know, I've always been impressed with the two of y'all. First off, I'm an entrepreneur myself, so I'm doing this because I'm trying to pull some stuff out of you that I can not only take with me and move on, but I've been really impressed with y'all two because the partnership from a business standpoint is solid. You being maybe the brains behind the electrical side, and she being the brains behind the marketing, customer service. Bree's one of the best networkers in the Lake Martin area. She works just about every event that do you feel like that's been a real strength of y'all's, that y'all play off of each other's positive roles that you bring?
Oh yeah, with her being active in the community, that keeps her in touch with everybody, and she loves to do it. She's got a service heart, so she likes to get out and work for people or be involved in all the different functions, and I do the electrical side. I mean, that's where my heart is doing the work. I like to do new things and different things and in the electrical side.
Well, that's one question we always have. Why did you decide that you wanted to be an electrician way back when? Was there someone that pushed you toward this industry, or was it just that you like new and different things, and I'm sure this field brings that to you?
Well, I always tell people I wasn't smart enough to do anything else. But what I done is when I was a kid, it started with the 4-H program.
Is it?
Yes, sir. I did public speaking and the electronics or the electrical stuff. And I'd tear up every toy I had, rebuilding it, playing with it, and make little projects for 4-H. And then when after I worked at the mill a little while, I decided there had to be something different. I need to go to school and learn a trade. And I just fell back on electrical because that's where my heart was when I was younger.
Stay with that. So much now. Brett Pritchard's my partner, and Brett's actually works at Central Alabama Community College, getting kids to find a skill, find a technical degree if they're not interested in a 4 to 8 year college program. Can you give a little insight from your being in this industry for a while of how important and how necessary it is for businesses like yours to find skills tradesmen out there?
Oh yeah. You know, it's harder and harder to find anybody who wants to do what we do. You know, in the electrical, just the residential electrical field, it's a lot of work, hard work, laborious work. It's not all thinking and studying or, you know, sitting behind a desk and a computer, and a lot of people don't want to do it. But by the nature of that, there's fewer and fewer of us. All the old timers, you know, the old guys around here, a lot of those are retiring, and there's not a lot of replacements coming in. So if you're not cut out for college, I'm not a college man. I couldn't sit there for long periods of time. I got a little 2-year degree, and I can't stay inside. I can't sit at a desk all day. So college necessarily wasn't for me. So what we did is went to the technical school, got the trade, and I can work with my hands because that's what I like doing. So anybody that's not cut out for college, I suggest air conditioning, electrical, plumbing. I mean, any of the trades, they're just fewer and fewer tradesmen. I mean, you hear about it on TV all the time, or you see it on the internet.
Yeah.
There's just nobody replacing us.
Well, and the younger population can kind of hear that, but I think that we went through generation after generation of pushing it into our kids that if you don't go get that college degree, you're not going to be successful. And it's funny to sit back, and some of the most successful people I know here in the Lake Martin region are like yourself. They own their own business. They have a trade that they can fall back on. And this area and a lot of the areas around here, building's been on the up. You know, there seems to be a lot of work out there for this area right now.
It's on the incline. I mean, it's picking up every day. I get more calls about doing new houses, and we don't really do new houses as much anymore, but I get calls all the time from individuals, contractors.
I've been working with you a while, so I know a little bit, but we're here to tell others what you used to do in comparison to what y'all moved into and what you're looking to morph into in the future. Can you give a little background on what C&T started doing, and then some of the change and some of the business that you're mainly doing now?
Oh yeah, we started doing residential wiring, just wiring up houses. Go out. I got with actually Mike Jackson was doing some house building. Yeah. I got with him, and he showed me the ropes on some of the residential side. I had license, but I didn't have a lot of experience in doing houses. So he actually mentored me and got me going into the houses. So we do new construction. After after about 6 or 7 years, that's not as profitable. It's tough to make a living with the contractors competing, and you know, when we hit the little slump or the depression, it kind of went, or recession, it went down, and there wasn't as many houses getting built. So we decided to change our focus and direction and just do service and repair, because there's a lot of people that would call, or do y'all do little jobs? Will you just change a receptacle? Will you change a light, or just a switch? And yeah, we will. Come add one can. So we do the little jobs that nobody else wants to do. And we enjoy it. I meet a lot of interesting people. There's some characters that lives around this lake.
Well, and I think that just from hearing from outside and having worked with you too, if y'all say you're going to be somewhere, or if you give somebody your word, and everybody likes to say that, but the reality is a lot of people don't do what they say they're going to do. And I know you with Bree, and that's important to y'all. Customer service, making sure that people can depend on you, is important to C&T.
That's right. That's one of our goals and missions, is to make sure that if we tell you something, we're going to be there to get it done. We'll stay as long as it takes most times to make it happen and finish. I've had customers say, well, you know, you don't have to stay that late, or someone just say, will you go on home, you can come back tomorrow. I mean, it's happened, but we're trying to get the job done and get out of their way, because nobody likes you to be there. It's an intrusion, really. They want something done, but it's intrusion with other people being in their houses. So the less time I spend there, the happier they are overall with my services.
What do you think about the industry? You have any changes that you're looking, or some advancements that you're looking to bring on board here with your business in the next few years?
Yeah, we're looking more into some outdoor lighting efforts. Some of them's on the piers, on the lakeside, underneath the pier, maybe doing some team lighting or different colors, just different schemes and lighting things to go underneath the piers for festive people that like to either cheer on their team or just like lights. We have lots of people that like the decorations. The other thing that we're doing is looking into is a lighting system that goes around the house that you can leave up year round. You don't have to hang your Christmas lights and then take them down. Mm-hmm. These things stay up year round. You can't see them. They're hardly noticeable at all. And then you can decorate them. And you can use them for different seasons, not just one season.
Well, that's something that hopefully we'll be able to bring to you here in the coming months, is a new little program that Bobby and Bree will be bringing out there. But again, C&T Electric. Give them the address right here, phone number, and how they can get in touch with you.
3775 Hillaby Road. The phone number is 234-0007, and the email address is cntelectricllc.com.
Good website out there, and thank them for working with us on that and so many other things throughout the year. Good people here at C&T Electric. Any electrical needs that you have, make sure to call on them.